So Travis Mayer did his first attempt of 19.1 on Friday morning. He got 10 rounds and 13 wall ball reps. I thought his execution was really, really good, but there were a couple little things that I saw. So his first, I'm just gonna go through his round splits. First round, 122, second round, 123, third round, 125. Then he did 5 straight rounds at a 131 pace. Then his 9th round was a 129, and his last round was a 122. That took him to 1435, then he got right off, picked the wall ball up, and then did 13 wall balls in the remaining time. After watching it, his row paces were solid. He held over 1,500 cals per hour on almost all of them. He dipped down into the high 14s on some of those middle rounds, and then he had a really strong kick to finish. The little detail things that I saw were finishing his 19th calorie. He had a couple times in his first attempt where he did a final pull. He thought it was going to roll over. It didn't, because the rule states you have to stay on the rower. He kind of did a couple little mini pulls to get the calorie rollover, and I thought there were a couple seconds embedded within there that he could have done better. So we talked about that. He thought he could maybe potentially hold a little bit higher of a row pace, and he thought he could have a stronger kick at the finish. So you're about to watch him do the workout side by side. You'll see his round splits, and let's see if Trevor shows up.
And all that he show, he will go. It might be all I take. Show me love, show me love, show me love.
And we're off to the races, as Max would say.
Yeah, but I would have said it in a better voice than that.
Oh, okay.
All right, Travis.
Wilbur's voice.
Travis is on the left.
Travis is on the right. Travis is on both sides.
Chris is actually in both frames.
At the same time.
It's pretty cool how rhythmic that is. Like, you're almost the same speed in both.
But I'm 2 different people.
No. Same
Can you
person.
believe it?
This guy's fatter.
Yeah, the gray shirt definitely makes me look a little fatter. The black definitely. Nah, I understand when people talk about that.
My major coaching adjustment was changing my position to the opposite side of the box to make sure I was in an optimal spot to reset the rower without having to get up.
I mean, it was a really tough job.
Yeah, that's efficiency at its finest.
I really think if anybody can guess what I said to Max on the left, I'll give you a free pair of Nikes.
I forgot. I remember that. I was like, is he really dialed in right now if he's saying that?
So, well, if anybody can guess, no hints. No hint. If
What
you're
about
winning
just
a
they post
$140 pair of shoes,
the subject of
You don't
what
have to
they
yell.
said?
I do have to yell. I'm confined in this
How
room.
about the subject of what you said?
That's fine.
All right, so that infographic that you see there, R1 split, is a round 1 split. So on the left, he did a 123. On the right, he did a 122. And then the R and C. R is his current round as it relates to his initial attempt. So you'll see he was 1 second faster on his second attempt. And C is his cumulative time that he's made up from his initial workout. The way that we calculated that, so Trav was sitting on the rower, his right foot is on the opposite side of the wall ball. So we basically stopped his round the second his right foot hit the ground on the other side of the rower. That was the only way to kind of keep it uniform and get the exact split times of every
Just because
workout.
we can't see the row screen.
Yeah, because we can't see the row screen from any of the camera angles.
The one up top, the one behind,
Yeah.
the one from the side.
Pacing wise, what do you remember what you were rowing here? I think you were
Which one? Well, so the first attempt I was probably around 1,500 to 1,450, kind of steady, and then as the workout went on, picked it up. But then
you can't blow whether or not Trevor wins versus Travis. So you can't actually. Never mind. Just pull that back. Don't even say what pace you're at.
I can't even say.
I asked you a bad question.
I can't even say any of the paces.
Yeah. So
Okay, so the first one, at least you know what the paces were.
So round 2 split 123, no time gain. Cumulative, he's still only a second ahead. So obviously,
I swore it should have been like 12 seconds by that point.
does it feel different in a second attempt after just having?
I'm gonna be honest. I was bored. I looked over and it said 5 minutes. I was like,
I got 10 minutes left of this.
yeah. I got. Well, these are two really good movements for me. So regardless of the workout, like, I'm happy it was this, but I mean, the transitions are so fast, the wall balls are going to be unbroken, and it's just on the row. So it just gets to a point where you're just like, is this it?
After watching
else?
my world-class performance
Oh
of
my
this
God.
workout, did you feel inspired to give a better effort in your second attempt?
No,
You didn't?
not at all.
It's not
I think
accurate?
I was more just generally impressed that you actually beat the majority of your athletes.
Oh, yeah. I had a lot of wins on my leaderboard this week.
So
That
for
might
those
not
of
be
you
the
that are at
case.
home, Max has a leaderboard that he has created with about 10 people. Me giving him roughly 8,000 spots,
I
which
pulled
we
you
have
off the-
now.
I pulled you off the
I was
leaderboard.
getting there. We've taken that off. Same with Will and Noah.
But I did get a win over all of you because I was like 3,000 something place.
Yeah,
so.
well, there's
All
200
right,
something.
finishing round 3, hold on, I'm cutting you off. He just took 2 seconds off of his original, and now he's a cumulative of 3 seconds ahead. So that's not that big of a difference. We'll see how that continues to
I
play
feel
out.
the 3 second difference. But back to this. So there was multiple people that Max creates bets with, and that's how he motivates himself. And there couldn't have been a better test that came out to let him possibly get a victory.
Don't take away my perfectly executed.
But I will admit, I was actually impressed with your performance.
Can you say that again?
No, I will not. He actually, what did you get? 8 and
8, 19, and 12.
8, 19. So for a guy that's kind of
335.
fat, overweight, hasn't really been
Oh, yeah.
training. Just kidding.
Oh, give it
He's
to
actually been training a lot, so don't let him fool you. Actually, when he just on the other side of the video, when you just checked your phone, he was actually sending people
Text messages
my
of your
text
paces.
messages, my paces. That's really what he was doing. Why do you keep making him have to sit up?
Put in his mouth or his
I'm trying to eat my microphone.
Oh man, we're in a different space than usual because there's no green screen behind us. As you can tell, we are not actually on the screen at all because there's a lot going on.
What
And
a irrelevant piece
Round
of
4
information.
split. All right, you were 5 seconds ahead on this round, and 8 seconds overall. I think a notable point is that little like half-fast pull to finish the 19th calorie, which I saw a lot of people do, and I yelled at Travis. Not yelled at. I pointed it out to Travis, and then in my attempt, I did it once or twice. I was like, "Damn it! I just told him not to do that." But that little thing.
over
I mean,
3 rounds adds up.
Yeah, so that could have potentially been the difference of that 5 seconds. Maybe he's rowing a tiny bit faster, but just sitting on the rower and just doing a couple of those extra pulls makes a huge difference. So now he's on the rower in his 5th round, and he still had 3 wall balls to finish in his 4th with just that minor, I guess that's not even a transition, it's just like finishing the work all the way through. So those are the little details that matter when you're trying to be best in the world. You ended up
Well, yeah,
seventh
it's
in the
even, I
world.
think, a lot of people, even from the gym, that came and watched do the workout are like, how do you think you can even improve? Like, but it's little things like that where it's the short little hesitant pull and then you're just waiting the extra 2 seconds for it to actually carry over that it didn't, instead of just keep pulling till it actually says 19, which are just little mistakes if you're trying to make like a top score. And since the Open is so important this year with being top 20, you have to not have those little mistakes or little transition errors that you have to kind of be on top of it the entire time. So
round 5, I guess he'll be exactly the same pace of his round 5 on his first attempt and second attempt, so he's still just cumulatively 8 seconds ahead of his pace.
How pissed would you have been if the GoPro fell during your attempt?
I mean, we're about to find out here in a second.
So not only do we potentially need a new athlete that can actually go from 7th in the world to 1st,
We
a
need
new
a new
coach that can write better
programs,
programming.
and now we need a new cameraman.
Yeah, so our
'Cause-
entire organization's falling apart here.
So you're gonna find out in a minute. Chris failed his job.
Yeah.
Is really all he has to do.
Yeah,
It's
one
pretty simple,
job, he doesn't
is he
need-
has
yeah.
to turn it on.
Press the on button.
That's the simplest. I mean, it's got to be pretty simple.
Hey, man, it was a tough day for the 18 car.
Chris has been wanting to say that all day.
Yeah. So basically, what we're getting at here is around 8. I think in like 8:30 or something, the GoPro dies
From the top angle, so which is up top.
Yeah, the face down on the wall balls. Obviously, Trav's got to film all his workouts for video submission, so we'll chop in his camera angle. Does that camera angle just go in for the Trevor attempt, or is that both of them? Or?
Just Trevor.
Okay, so just for Trevor.
the Trevor
so
video.
You'll see the difference there.
Except it's just Travis.
Yeah, they're both Travis. Some of them are Timmy the Tool Man.
But we have created one now for Will Morad, who is now Wilbur. So we got.
And there you go.
So for those of you that are looking for a Wilbur, he
Yeah.
has his new name.
Round 6, same split time as his round 6 split time from the first attempt, still cumulatively only 8 seconds ahead.
I feel like I'm squatting faster on the left. Remember that? Seems like it.
I think he's just a little bit ahead because it's not really like the same.
What's Brandy doing? She's trying to check out my score.
Yeah, she was reporting into the rest of our TTT athletes where you were. So 8 seconds, you're at 3, or is that 3 and then 4? 4 or 5 wall balls ahead at the 9:20 mark. What is, like, I was
Who
sitting
did the math
there.
of this?
I did. I did.
Is this accurate?
I think so. I mean, it's about as accurate as my brain gets. So there's a margin of error of potentially
Messing
15
this up.
minutes throughout the course of that workout.
Yeah. It's not my fault, it's Max's fault.
Yeah.
I'm already taking a battery load.
So if the splits are wrong, it's actually Max.
Were you? I'm not saying that normally I talk shit when I am explaining
do.
that I'm not
You
in
do.
pain in workouts, but I was like so focused on what I wanted to try to accomplish that I didn't realize I was in pain until the second the workout was over. But I was looking at you. You definitely looked like you were hurting more in your second attempt. Is that true?
I definitely was.
So round 7 split time is exactly the same as round 7 split time in his first attempt. So they're all 131s for the last 3 rounds. This is pretty sustainable pace. And here you're seeing more wall balls.
Yeah. I mean, more than just the same thing just over and over.
And guess what, guys? I don't want to blow it, but right after these wall balls, he's going back to the rower.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, man, for another 4 minutes of work. Oh, man. Yeah, I'd probably pick these are the 2 favorite movements in CrossFit if I could probably pick and choose. Or that I feel like that I'm pretty good at. I mean, if there were some double unders
Yeah,
in
would
there,
they be
that would
your
have been
favorite movements or just the ones that you are best at relative to the world?
probably just best at relative to the world.
Yeah.
I mean, even though I'm not very good at snatching, I like snatching. I have more fun doing that than doing wall balls.
You're pretty good.
After yesterday's session, who knows?
You got flustered.
Wilbur
Yeah.
got a little flustered.
All right,
Chris,
so
look, you're like the same angle on both of those, man. Look at you.
you're about to finish round 8.
8.
I just want to note where you are in time when you pass my score.
Really,
that was a
really far ahead.
sloppy transition right there, but still he made up 2 seconds relative to his first time. Now he's 10 seconds ahead, which probably about 5 wall balls if he can keep that pace. Ladies and gentlemen, will Trevor blow the secret? Now you know.
I mean, as most of you can already tell, the one on the right is definitely faster. I mean, that's, 2 seconds already difference from the other one. Or I'm just going to fall off tremendously in the next 3 minutes.
So 3
You're just
minutes
going to have
left.
to keep watching to find out.
Yeah. Silence.
Yep. And I'm back on the rower again.
But what I was
Yeah.
getting at is, are you hurting in this? You look
I definitely felt like on the right one I was a little more uncomfortable.
like what's uncomfortable?
Just kind of all of it. And
Yeah.
I just-
Legs?
yeah, and I felt like I had a really good score the first time.
Yeah.
And for those of you that just saw on the left, I don't like to be yelled at until there's about a minute left, and Max
Did
already
you
started
wave me off?
rambling. I
I
raved
did
him off.
not yell.
Yeah,
That
you-
was literally. I was like,
And that's
hey,
just me
you
being
have
me.
two- you
I don't
have
care if
two
other
rows
people
left.
yell,
Yeah.
but with Max being right there, I'm like, just don't say a thing until I'm done.
I can confirm you didn't yell. You just
Yeah.
said, hey, you got two, something,
Yeah,
something.
I
In
said
my
you have two
mind-
rows left
Yep.
if you're going to start your kick.
Nope,
start
just
it now.
don't.
And he actually did, so he potentially listened to that cue. But afterwards, when I asked him, he said he was going to do it anyway. I don't believe him, but I'm going to
Hey,
take
what was
credit
the
for
thing
that.
you said at the beginning of the video that people were supposed to guess?
No, he's gonna give away free Nikes if they know.
Yeah.
They'll know.
I can't tell them.
So round 9,
That's cheating.
he's at 13 minutes something. He just took up another second, 11 seconds ahead of his overall first pace. Excellent monitor resetting on his initial attempt. Well done, Max. Good job. Good positions.
I mean,
liked it.
I'd give you a B.
Whatever. I'll take it. It's better than a C, D, and F.
Yeah. I mean, but B's the lowest on my scoreboard. No, I'm just kidding.
You're either an A or a B.
Yeah. Back to the rower.
All right, so
now
1,
I really
2,
try to pick
3,
it up because I knew this was going to
4.
be the last row. And at this point, I was pulling, I think I want to say it was roughly around 1900.
Yeah. Your first kick, I think, on Friday, I think was like 17 to 18.
Yeah.
So this kick was definitely stronger and more powerful. Do you know what your stroke per minute pace is?
No, I don't ever pay attention to that.
Okay. Last minute of the workout.
Here we go. The 50 seconds counting down. John looks bored. Oh, look at him. John's like real judge at like regionals. Look at him counting down to
Let's give him
everybody
the
watching.
countdown.
3, 2, 1.
All right. So
Big
He's
strong
got-
pull.
38 seconds or 36 seconds to finish the wall balls.
And of course, we get more wall balls to go. 19 of them.
So that round split was 2 seconds faster. That's probably all the rower.
I was
And
definitely
then
rolling
13
harder on that.
seconds overall ahead. And it's coming down to the wire.
It's kind of
10.
weird to watch side by side.
Yeah, it is. All right, 10 seconds.
And if you guys ever want to get better at wall balls, just use a 30 all the time. Never touch a 20, and it's amazing when you get a 20.
All right, and
And I pull, and none of this counts. None of that counts. None of it was
Yeah.
even a rep.
but it was a good effort.
It was good. I
it
tried. I
indicates
just
that-
wanted one, to
It
be
indicates
honest.
that you had some sort of awareness that you wanted to be better than you
Yeah.
were.
And I just wanted one rep there to give me a score 400. That was what I was looking to get.
So this is Travis's normal resting posture.
Yeah, you know,
Down,
I'm tired.
defeated. After the workout, I got up and did jumping jacks just so everyone knew
I
that.
beat you by like 3 rounds, 4 rounds. The amount of work done. You did like 60 wall balls less.
Yeah, I did. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's a wrap for
that is the
19-1.
end of 19.1. I'd give Travis a pretty good execution on his first attempt, pretty good on his second attempt. Hopefully you enjoyed that.